Good morning, friends. I'm Professor Shivayogi Patil, a retired professor from Engineering College. Now I am a trainer as well as coach. So, welcome to my new video. The topic of this video is about health. So, how we can maintain our health, how we can live longer, something like that. Because see, earlier it was predicted that the age of human being is around 100 years, but now the quantum science has been in work, which tells that a human being can live up to 120 years, 130 years, something like that. So we have our own mythological history or history that our rishis and munis were used to live 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, even 1,000 years. So we heard a lot of mythological stories like that. Okay, there may be a lot of myths also. There may be a lot of fictions also. But uh, there is no doubt about, or there is a sufficient scientific evidence data is available. If a person maintains his body and mind in a peak condition, then he can live up to 130 years. Okay, how many years we live, that is immaterial, but how healthy we live, so that we cannot depend on others in our old age, that is very, very important today. So, to understand that, we need to understand our body. Of course, we have already discussed about our mind, that also comes, but our body. What is our body structure? How our body behaves? How, in what factors our body depends? So, all these things we need to know, and then only we can adopt a lifestyle which can be give us the health what we are aspiring for, a healthy lifestyle, what I call it as a healthy lifestyle. Because unless you know the functioning of your body, because we don't normally people don't care about it nowadays. Okay, the awareness is coming about the bodies, but I have seen people doesn't care about it. We abuse our body like anything by developing bad habits, by filling it with junk foods, pizzas, burgers, etc., etc. So it is a kind of abuse. How can we abuse our body, which has been created so spectacularly? Our body is the most complex and most sophisticated and most intelligent machine created by the spectacular creation called as God or Almighty. So, by abusing such body, by abusing such mind, we are actually insulting our creator. So, therefore, it is very important to maintain your body and mind in a peak condition, so that you can live longer also, and whatever number of years you may live a healthy life, so that you will not be dependent on anybody. So that is my intention of this video. So let us understand what this body is made up of, or what anything in this world is made up of. So when we go deeper into our body structure, of course, I'm not discussing about the anatomy of the body, the parts of the body like heart, lungs, livers. So there are n number of parts are there, the arteries, veins. So I am not discussing about this. I am going to discuss the cell level of the body, because this body, whatever part may be, the ultimately when we dissect it, bisect it, the final thing what we get is, it is called as a cell. Just, or it can be called as an atom, because everything in this universe is made up of atoms. They are every matter, whether it is a living matter or non-living matter. So that is made up of atoms. The finest particle you can find in a any living or non-living body, that can be called as atom. So in our body, it can be called as atom also, or it can be called as the cells also. So please remember, my dear friends, our body is a colony of billions of cells. our body is a colony of billions of cells. So what is health now? Health, okay, general definition of health is absence of disease, absence of any disease. But the actual definition of health is not only absence of disease, but you should be full of energy, you should be full of enthusiasm, then only you can be called as healthy. So that is why our brain power, memory, our mind power and body power uh, comes into picture. So holistic approach we need to take. So we need to take the holistic approach, then only we can understand all these things. See, every cell of our body should be healthy to make the entire personality healthy. That is the most important. Every cell of our body should be healthy. So to create that kind of health. So one of the easiest definition of health is, so you should be enthusiastic in the morning. When you get up in the morning, you should not feel like laziness or lethargy or anything. You should get up with enthusiasm. You should be eager to go to the office. You should be eager to go to eager to do your daily course with enthusiasm. So enthusiasm and energy are the most important things. So they are the part of our health. Sorry. So, my dear friends, energy, enthusiasm is major part of our health. Even though there might be small ailments in our body, but if we are energetic, if we are having enthusiasm, those elements, and if we keep our mind powerful, then those elements can be overcome. So therefore, health is not just absence of any disease. Health is the exuberance of the body and mind to do our daily works, to do what is needed to do. So everybody has their own duties. So their professions, their family duties, there's duties related to society. So everybody has work. So how enthusiastically, how energetically, so you can do your works. So that defines the health. Because I have I have seen a lot of people who are on wheelchair because they have lost legs. For example, war veterans, you can call it as. So they have lost their legs. Some have lost their. Still, they are healthy because they ooze exuberance and energy. So they are always smiling, always always motivating others, something like that. I have seen many people. So there cannot be any person who can healthier than them. There cannot be any person who can be healthier than them. So coming to again the structure of the body. Body is nothing but it is a colony of or conglomerate of billions of cells. So naturally, all the parts of our body are made up of the same cells. So same cellular structure is there, whether it is a heart, whether it is a kidney, whether it is a liver, whether it is a lungs, whether it is a so anything, any body parts, there may be 100 or 200 or 300 body parts may be there. So the entire thing is made up of cells. So we are moving or walking colony of cells. That's things you need to remember. And again, if we go to the root level of the structure of the body, then it is said that our body is nothing but an energy, because an atom ultimately, if we dissect the cell again into many parts, then finally we will get an atom. So atom is nothing but it is full of energy. So because it is having something called electrons. So we are all energy. Our body is also an energy. Our mind is also energy. Our thoughts are energy patterns. So whatever we do, that is a part of the energy. So we are energy. Our life energy is part of the cosmic energy. So these things we need to understand. And whenever we are healthy, the energy called body will have, see, energy means you need to have some frequency. So better the frequency, so you will have better health. So whenever you are in sick mode, your frequency reduces. Whenever you are in a very healthy mode, you are exuberant, and you are energetic. So your life energy as well as your body energy will vibrate at a high frequency. Frequency of vibration of our body is very important. So this is one thing to remember. So since we are energy, uh, and this energy, it depends upon the quality of cells or the health of each cell. Health of each cell. Now, how to maintain these cells healthy? So there are two things that feed the what you call it as cells. One is it is depends upon nutrients. Of course, nutrients are required, and another is it require oxygen. Every cell must receive every day, every second of our life, oxygen and nutrients. Of course, nutrients are supplied by the food what we eat. So therefore, we should be careful that we should supply the required nutrients to each and every cell of the body. So eating a balanced diet is not just related to entire body, it is related to every cell, every minute cell of our body. Then only if you supply the adequate nutrients to every cell of the body, then that cell will be happier and healthier. Happier and healthier. So that creates the health. That creates the health, whether it is a body, whether it is a mind, whether it is a brain, whether it is the parts of the body. So and everything is cells. Everything is energy also. You can call energy also. So you need to feed oxygen. You need to feed nutrients. So when it doesn't get the required nutrients, then the cell falls ill. So see, cell falls ill means there are many parts which have cells. So the particular parts cells may, like heart cells may fall sick, liver cells may fall sick because they are required. They require the kind of nutrient they require. So that we need to supply. That's why for keeping our organs healthy, we need to have a kind of diet which is complementary to every organ of our body. So a lot of doctors say this food is good for heart, this good food is good for liver, so this is good for kidney, the fruits. A lot of fruits they recommend. So the reason for this is every cell's requirement depends upon on which body, on which part they are located. So heart cells, kidney cells, lung cells, liver cells. So they are all have different kind of nutrient requirements. But oxygen requirement is same. So that is also very important. Why cells fall sick is insufficient supply of oxygen. So what supplies oxygen to our each cell? So our blood supplies oxygen. Our blood supplies oxygen ultimately. So oxygen go through blood. So whatever we inhale oxygen, that will be first mixed with the blood, and blood supplies the oxygen through the arteries, and then it comes out as the vein. So whenever there is a blockage, there remains a problem. Blockage may be anything. We heard about only heart blockages. It is not the case. So anybody where any part of our body, there may be blockages. So blockage is nothing but the oxygen is not getting supplied there. The water is not getting supplied there. Of course, water is also one of the important point. I've forgotten 70% of our body. So that comes in nutrients only. 70% of body is in our body is water. So water is important. Again, the oxygen in water is also extracted and supplied to cell. So it is supplied by air also, what we inhale, as well as by water also. So, okay, what is the part of water? What is the part of water is the thing, but it will keep the body in healthy condition by creating a frictionless environment. It acts as a lubricant, then it helps for our digestion, it helps for the proper function of our arteries and veins. So that way our body is 70% requirement of water. Otherwise, we will feel thirsty. If we doesn't think, then we will be dehydrated, and that will be great. Then, so to keep every cell healthy, we need to provide it the nutrients, the water, and the oxygen through the. So any part, if you are feeling some pain or something like that, so that means that there is a blockage, there is a what you call it as a supply of blood has been blocked. So whenever you get a blockage in the supply of blood to that part, then that part will be become either weak, or it become either painful, or become unhealthy. It will show. Actually, any pain in any part is an indication that there is something wrong with that part. Pain in any part. So pain should not be neglected. Pain is actually a gift by God. So we fear to the pain. We try to avoid the pain. We take a lot of painkillers. Painkillers won't work. Painkiller just block the nerves, which is creating the sensation of pain. So it will block the pain sensation, but the root cause of the problem, which has created that pain, that is the survival mechanism of the body. Pain is the survival mechanism of the body. So whatever that creates the sensation, so it is unable to create because of the painkillers. So therefore, painkiller has other side effects also. So the root cause remains same, and again it will increase if we neglect it. And finally, one day it will become a big problem. Therefore, never use painkillers. That is the first thing, my advice. Painkiller. If there is a pain in any part of the body, please find out the root cause. Go to a doctor, a qualified doctor, find a get the diagnosis. Don't hesitate to scanning and other things, because doctors are not God. So they have to also take the help of the other things, the machineries, to know exactly what happened, exactly where the problem is. So therefore, immediately go to a doctor and get it checked up. Of course, you can go to a good Ayurvedic doctor also. They have their own method of checking you, and they may also find you where the exact problem is. For example, headache. Headache is the most common problem for everyone. So we normally take the painkillers, or at least paracetamol tablets. Paracetamol also a type of painkiller only. So what happens? That particular sensation is blocked. Pain sensation will be blocked. But will that what you call cure the root cause? No, not at all. It will not cure the root cause. So it is very, very important. Another misconception is about our energy. Energy cannot be improved by or increased by any tablets. No, any tablets. Okay, good nutrients can 10 to 20% can help to improve our energy, our bodily energy, our enthusiasm, what we say, our energy, our food can improve. But pill cannot improve our energy. So all those energized pills that are sold, that is only the marketing gimmick. They advertise as if taking one drink will increase your energy, taking one pill will increase your energy, something like that. Those are all bullshit. So the main pill for increasing our energy is our positive thoughts. It is in the mind. So our positive thoughts, or positive emotions are the energy creators in our body. They are the energy creators, whereas in our negative emotions are the energy busters. So therefore, yesterday we have discussed about that. First, there will be thoughts. Thoughts will be converted into feelings. Feelings will be converted into finally emotions. Then the problem starts. There will be anxiety, there will be panic attack, there will be phobias, there will be depression. The final stage will be depression. So like this, the things will go from bad to worse. Therefore, it is very important to maintain our mind in healthy condition. So maintain so that the brain itself supplies with the help of positive thoughts sufficient energy to our body. And if our cells are healthy, naturally we will be losing energy. Okay, I will conclude this video because I don't want to make a longer video. So after this, I will coming up with the second part of the video. So if you feel that this particular information is useful to you, please subscribe to my channel and also share the YouTube link to your friends so that they are also get benefited. So thank